So this is my very first trip to Africa. It's my first safari ever, and I'm really excited to be here, especially because I get to do it alongside my dad, and he's been coming to Africa for 20 years. He's been all over. Right now we're hunting in the Eastern Cape of South Africa with Hunters Hill Safaris, and the reason he chose to bring me here is pretty simple. Hunters Hill is just over the top. Everything about it is really nice. The people are great, it's safe, we're comfortable, but most importantly, we can hunt everything we want to hunt right here. We never have to leave Hunters Hill.
What Hunters Hill has is one giant piece of property with all the species right here. If you're going to go with another outfitter in South Africa, ask that outfitter before you go, say, how much time are we going to spend driving back and forth every day? Because many times they will not tell you. They may drive 2 or 3 hours over to that place to hunt for a kudu, and then 2 or 3 hours back that night, or 2 or 3 hours that way to hunt for a blessed buck, and 2 or 3 hours back, and you're spending all your time driving back and forth and not hunting. At Hunters Hill, you spend your time hunting.
I'm Greg Harvey, the owner of Hunters Hill Safaris in the Eastern Cape in South Africa. Our property is very extensive. We have 70 plus different species. Keith Warren's been hunting with us on numerous occasions, and it's quite exciting that he's now brought his daughter to hunt now this time with him.
So Maddie's been hunting with me ever since she was that big. Literally, she doesn't remember her first hunting trip. She's paid her dues. She's experienced more time hunting at her early age than most adults have, to be honest with you. She's a great shot. She is passionate about the outdoors and conservation. And she's always longed to come here. So this will be an experience I want to make sure she'll never forget.
It's mighty windy. It's our first day in Africa, so we're gonna make sure that the gun's sighted in. This is the Seneca Dragon Claw. It's a 50 cal. I've hunted a lot with it. I've taken down some bears, some hogs, but I just want to get confident with it, make sure it's sighted in still, because it had a long trip just like us. Perfect.
What do you say? Done. So we're over here for hopefully to take a Cape buffalo. But to get things started, I got a little surprise for you. We're gonna go for something that's a little bit bigger than a Cape buffalo. It's a water buffalo. And the reason why I want her to go for water buffalo, I want to see if she can, if she's got the grit to stand up to it. If she's not scared, if she's brave enough to stand up to it and make the shot count and take it down with one shot. Because if she can't do it on a water buffalo, I'm not going to risk letting her hunt for a Cape buffalo with an air rifle.
My name is Johan Dreyer, and I'm the General Manager at Hunters Hill Safaris. And I'm really excited to have Keith and Maddie here, and I'm going to be taking her out for a water buffalo tomorrow.
You having a fun time?
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. There's nothing to not like. There's dogs everywhere. The people are friendly. I've seen a ton of game, and I haven't even started hunting yet. So I'm excited.
I've got a surprise for you.
A good one or a bad one?
Oh yeah, it's a good one. What I'm going to do is I've already got it lined up with Johan. And I'm going to have Johan take you out for a water buffalo.
A water buffalo?
A water buffalo smokes a Cape buffalo as far as size goes.
Seriously?
Smokes it. I'm not kidding. What, you scared?
No, I guess just go big or go home.
That's right, go big or go home. So tomorrow, you're going to go big.
We're walking up this creek trying to be really stealthy. The wind's perfectly in our favor, and we spotted some water buffalo a couple of 100 yards away on the other side of the creek. Right now he's going to check and see if they're still up there. The wind is in our favor, but we spooked a Cape buffalo and started running, so hopefully the Cape buffalo didn't get those water buffalo up, and we'll have some good chances.
Wait a bit. Sit tight for a bit.
All right, we just made a stalk up on some water buffalo down a ravine, and the wind was perfectly in our favor. We creeped up over this cliff, and one of the females got wind of us. She saw us, and they all took off, but that was pretty cool. They were really close. I mean, the whole experience was awesome, so I'm looking forward to more like it. We don't want to spook them anymore because they took off in full force, so we're going to come back here tomorrow morning. We're creating a little hide so we can sit right on the edge of the ridge and have some good cover, wait for them to come in, and hopefully a bull will present a good shot opportunity. Tomorrow morning, those water buffalo don't stand a chance. It's me and this hide against them.
So meanwhile, Maddie is out with Johan trying to track down a big water buffalo and stick it with an arrow. I gotta tell you something, there's a lot of animals over here, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to take a lot of them, but there's one that I really, really, really like. And it's baboons. And I don't know why that is. They're smart, they're a pest over here. And anyway, while Maddie is out with Johan, I'm gonna be set up trying to take a baboon with the Seneca Dragon Claw. This is a pretty cool setup right here. It's overlooking a gigantic valley. The baboons live in the mountains behind me right here. Hopefully somebody will come down for a snack. I've got the gun cocked, I've got the arrow in it, I've got it pointed at the bait. You may be thinking, bait? You doggone right, bait. Baboons love oranges. Everything just about loves oranges, and so we've got Reconyx cameras on the bait piles making sure the baboons are hitting it. And this particular spot is just now a waiting game. Will one come in and give me a shot? Looky here, who just showed up. All right, let me get the gun up on him. Come on, look at him with that orange. All right, wait till he stands up. Here we go. Got him. One down. That was cool. He comes over to those oranges and picks it up, and man, even I was impressed. He didn't go far. I mean, it was pretty impressive if you ask me. Well, it's the third week of June, and although in the States it is summertime, over here in Africa, in South Africa to be specific, it's wintertime. It's downright cold, and this is what the baboon looks like. You know, I wound up, I stayed put this evening after shooting this guy, and I thought maybe something else would come in, but it didn't. But so anyway, I got out here, and I want to show you the baboons. I mean, take a look. I mean, he's got some nice teeth, but he's also got some corn in his mouth, clearly, because he's been coming to bait. But if you take a look at his ears, I mean, he's got human-like ears, and look at the paws on them. I mean, the hands. I mean, literally, they've got a thumb, and they've got their little fingers. I mean, and long hair, really long hair. Now, these guys they have unbelievable vision and a long snout, really good sense of smell. And they're cool. I mean, coming over to Africa, for me, baboons are one of the kind of things that when you come with Hunters Hill, they let you have baboons for free, as many as you want to kill. I mean, they're free. I want to point something out. I'm going to put in a big time plug for my equipment. This is a 50 caliber Dragon Claw air rifle, and I have taken everything from a small hog all the way up to a Cape Buffalo, and I actually took Cape Buffalo here a couple of years ago with it. This is a beast of an air gun, 50 caliber, but take a look at the stand that it's on. It's a brand new piece of equipment. Without this, there's no way that I could have been ready when this baboon came in to give me a shot. So anyway, I'm happy with him. The safari is young. Tomorrow I'm going to get out, and I very well may come back to this exact same spot because the Reconyx is saying that this place is getting hit big time.
So the next day we got set up in our blind. I had to spray down with scent killer before because yes, these buffalo are not near as aggressive as Cape buffalo, but they've got a really good sense of smell, and it's gonna be a close shot because I'm using an air gun. All right, we just got situated in this little hide that we built yesterday. We had a close encounter with some water buffalo, but they got wind of us and they took off running. So we built this little hide. They're known for coming through this little pass that we're sitting in front of. So we're gonna sit tight and wait for them to show up.
And they've got a really sensitive sense of smell, but luckily the wind's perfect. We can feel it right on our faces. So I think we should be good as far as that's concerned.
Okay. All right. Well, now it's just a waiting game.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take a shot unless I'm 100% confident. I just won't do it.
Okay, good. There they are. They're starting to come in slowly. So we better get your gun ready and get into position.
Okay, I gotta cock the hammer.
Yeah. Maddie, there's the bull in the clearing. See how much bigger he is than the cows?
Oh yeah, he's so black
Yeah,
too.
that's right. That's the very black one. It's 50 yards.
He's standing broadside.
That's it. That's him. Yeah. You take him when you're ready.
Okay, I'm on him.
Okay.
Here it goes.
Maybe that's a good shot. Good penetration as well.
I saw the arrow sticking out of him.
Yeah. Yeah. As he was running away, I could see it as well. It's a big animal, so let's give it a bit of time. Maybe give it like 20-30 minutes, and then we can follow up and track it.
Okay.
But it looked good.
Okay.
Okay. That was
Yeah.
exciting, eh?
Yeah, there wasn't a clean pass through clearly, but
Mm.
it looked like it was a good shot. So we'll just give him some time and then go check on him in
I
about
think
30
we're in
minutes.
good shape.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay, here he is. This is not only a magnificent water buffalo, but it's my first African game animal I've ever taken down. And I think I started off pretty big. This thing is huge.
It is. It's about 2,000 pounds. It's a big animal.
It's huge. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to clean him, but it's just been awesome. I used the air rifle, it's a 50 cal, and I put a pretty good shot on him, but I shot 50 yards out, which is, for an air rifle, it's not that bad, but when you're shooting an animal this big, you're not gonna get a lot of penetration, but it did the trick and we got him down. Look at these horns on him. He must be old.
Yeah, he's at least 8 years old, could be up to 10 years old.
Just a really cool animal. I'm having an absolute blast and I'm excited to get to hunt more here at Hunter's Hill. Hopefully I'm gonna take down a Cape buffalo. That is my next challenge. So stick around for an amazing hunt. If you're watching online, make sure and subscribe to our channel. If you're not watching online, head to our YouTube channel. It's High Road Hunting, and make sure and subscribe and check out all of our videos. We've got a lot of air gun stuff and a lot of African safaris. Maddie Warren here, and I just took down my first buffalo ever in Africa, and you might be wondering where it's going. It's going to Conroe Taxidermy, of course. They take care of all of our taxidermy needs, both at home in the States and abroad. All right, if you've never hunted in Africa, one of the things you need to know is that the animals are all super, super tough, which makes them hard to clean, and it's hard on your knives. Cape buffalo and water buffalo are some of the toughest animals just because they live in such remote country. They're in the water, they get greasy, and their skin is kind of like a feral hog's, but on steroids. So the knife that they're using, we let Eric borrow our Victor knife by Diamond Blade. And the reason why we let him borrow it is because the steel is so tough on it. It's friction forged, which makes the steel harder and it helps the blade's sharpness hold up longer. Hey Eric, how do you like the knife?
This is good.
You like it?
Yes.
Well, good. So my first hunt was a great success. Yes, I got the animal down, but I had a lot of fun with Johan. He made me feel comfortable and at ease because I was very nervous going into hunting such a big animal like that. My first time taking down something in Africa.
A little bit nippy out there this morning. This will be perfect for what we have to do today.
Look at all of them. Holy moly.
They should be settling down just around the corner, so we'll take a stroll around.
Well, so you talk about a challenge. So much for being easy. This is good. The wind's in our favor. My gosh, look at them.
So a good group of copper springbuck have just gone over here with a good ram in there.
He's feeding there by himself.
though. Good stuff. Awesome stuff.
Good deal. Thank you.
Yeah, he's down.
Thank you.
All right, earlier in the show, you saw the before of these and a water buffalo that I took down in Africa. These springbuck my dad took down a couple of years ago, actually, and we're here at Conroe Taxidermy with Travis Simpson. He's a taxidermist, but he's also one of the brothers who owns this joint. So we're gonna walk you through the process because there's a lot that goes into it, and as hunters, I think we need to understand the art of taxidermy, and just, it's a whole new respect when you step in a place like this and see all of the steps.
Yeah, so what we have here, these are at different levels. We've got the one that's just been mounted, one that's been prepped and ready for paint, and you can see these have got their paint on them. They got to clean up the horns and do things like that and get it ready for paint. So we can take this one through the process if you'd like to see that.
Yes, absolutely. I want to see every step possible. So
Super.
Let's do it. Okay, so now what?
So Maddie, what we're going to do in this area, Frankie and the guys, they prep the animals. They pull all the pins off, they pull the staples out, get the nose cleaned out, and they wire brush the horns and get it all ready for paint. They're going to put some putty in here, wax around the eyes, and they're going to get it ready for the paint guys. You'll see all the little blemishes on here will just disappear after the paint. But the guys here have got to prepare it and get it ready for paint.
Okay.
So that's what Frankie's going to do. So Mario's going to end up painting this guy. It's all ready. The Sculptol's dry, the wax around the eyes dry, horns are cleaned up and ready for him, and he's going to put the different colors on. And you'll see the way that the paint comes on, it oversprays onto the hair. But the paint that he's using, he's going to, after it's dry, he wipes it off of the hair and it sticks to the skin. So any little blemish, it sticks to that blemish, hides any little imperfections, and puts the natural color back to him.
That's perfect. All right, so you saw the other two springbuck were getting prepped, and these are what the final product of those two are gonna look like. You can see the details in the paint. There's no blemishes, but this is what the final product is supposed to look like, and we'll have the other two back on here when they're done, and we will have my dad's springbuck slam, which can't wait to see his face whenever this is in the lodge. So if y'all have any questions or comments, you know what to do, post them below. And if you've got something that you want worked on, whether it's something you just shot and you need a taxidermist, or you have an old piece of art of taxidermy work that you need work on, give Conroe Taxidermy a call or shoot him a message. What can they call? Good phone number?
281-367-2745.
Yeah, call him. You won't be disappointed, I promise.